Welcome back to Brick City, everyone, and as you see, the city has changed once again. It's a big update here, the same with the clone base. The whole clone base will be changed and redone, so stay tuned for some excitement. So I've been recently to the Netherlands and Germany, visiting my hometown, and I had a few ideas there that I wanted to integrate into my city, and to make those changes possible, I had to redo the city, which is okay because I had a few updates already planned, and then with those new ideas. But we will come to all of that. So first off, we are going to start with the new clone base and what's going to change and what's going to stay. As you can see, I already put it in the far right corner of the city. And that's because, one, I can put my mountain against the wall here. And then also the next change that's going to come is where you see the open wood here. This is where I'm gonna build pretty much another mountain. I'm gonna build one huge rectangular mountain here with the hangar inside and maybe some more research facilities and living quarters for the clones. And then over here where you see the light gray plates, I'm also gonna integrate the harbor. On August 1st there's a new harbor set gonna come out, which I thought was going to be perfectly fitting with the clone base. And as you see in the back there's a black spot. That's Barad-dûr from Lord of the Rings, which might seem weird to integrate Star Wars, Lord of the Rings and this whole city, but there's a reason why I'm doing it. Coming up front here is where we're going to have 2nd Battalion and the Coruscant Guard stationed at, with the front gate having the 187th. And then to the back here is where we have our clone barracks, which is going to be nice to be integrated. I know there's stuff lying around everywhere, which is something with the whole upgrades here, something pretty unavoidable. And if you like what you see in the city so far, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see further updates, especially since so much is gonna come here. Coming here to the left, you see where the Abraham tanks is. This is where our front line is, especially since this is dual brick city and we always have a front line here. With the river, it's gonna be extended over there and then disappear, which is gonna go over, be connected to the canal in the back, which I'm gonna show you in just a few moments. So what I did here is I redid this whole area, put my blacksmith here, the A-frame, we got the trench going on here with the bridge of standoff area, and then where the brown lines are, this is where we're gonna do a connecting street. And over here we have another mountain, which is our Mandalorian mountain. As you see, it's hollowed out so I can work on the entrance here. So what I've already got started is a Beskar mine. And then up front here is where I'm gonna do a Mandalorian forge, which of course we have Darth Maul here and his member, his Imperial troops, but I'm just putting them as part of my regular Mandalorians because I don't have that many Mandalorians, especially to face off all the clones back there. So from there we're gonna go to where our new harbor is gonna become. And something a lot of people love to see, little Tatooine is back, and it's easier accessible to the city, to the clone base, and just be completely integrated again. Over here in this whole area we're gonna make some water, so we can have some ships, especially with the harbor being probably somewhere right around here. And my light tower is visible again, which is also nice because it's always been like in the back corner there or all the way up front, so it's always hard to see it. But this way it's integrated. I figured the rock work will fit together pretty good with the mountain, kinda as a little extension with some water in between. But it's also not just you have the mountains, nothing, and then all of a sudden that big rock there again. And then we have Barad-dûr. Barad-dûr is integrated into the city because, for some people might know, this Uruk-hai back here with the white hand, he is the thing that started all of this. because he was my first figure after years of the Dark Age, which was nice because he inspired me to build Lego again, and therefore they deserve one huge monument in the middle of the city as a tribute to it, because without them none of this would have been happening. And this way I also have a nice beautiful 4-corner section here now. Clone Base, the Mandalorian, and the city and little Tatooine, all connected but yet still nicely separated but working well together. And then up front here we have of course my custom made Mandalorian embassy with the fortress expansion and Sanctum Sanctorum, and as you see I already started doing details everywhere. But from there we're gonna go to the Mandalorian, to the Bad Batch hideout, and my newest edition of modular buildings, my little syndicate building here. So that's where a lot of crimes happens and some shady stuff. But we will get to that all in the future as well, since it's still under construction as you can see. But from there we also go into the newest thing. We have a canal in the city now, which is inspired by two things. One of my hometown, Düsseldorf in Germany. We have the Königsallee, which is a beautiful, very expensive street that has a little canal in the middle. And then also I spent some time in Amsterdam, taking the boats through the city, which inspired me that I want to do a canal in the city, which integrates nicely right here in the city, right in the heart of course. And then also in the back there where we have a fountain, so we can add some more details there in the future, like certain events, like 4th of July, Christmas, and just have a market area where we can always have something for the season. From there you have an easy connection to the little Tatooine, and it's also right across the police station and the bank here. And then in the middle of little Tatooine is of course where the beach is gonna go. So everything as you see is very well connected with the harbor, little Tatooine, and then to the city. Which of course I have on my main alley street. I have my diner, which was my first modular building. My modular Lego store that I still need to finish. And then of course some light entertainment, like the jazz club, the pizzeria, the Birch Books. With of course the hotel being here, which is very much of the Amsterdam style, which I love. And it's just perfectly fitting into the canal area. And then behind the Lego store you can already see maybe, we have the new Lego truck, which is unloading there and has good accessible to the Lego store itself. And back here where the garage is, we have the museum and assembly square. And then you see already something there. Maybe just ignore the Star Wars, that doesn't belong there yet. But we have a tram coming along. I'm gonna build a tram that will be going from the back wall there, going straight to the street, all the way to the back here of the garage, which is also with upcoming trams coming along. Because even though I have a huge city, I was not able to integrate a full train system to have it going roundabout. But I figured if at least I can have the tram there in the city, have a street, have my train lines going through, and at least it's a start. I have a train back in the city, because I have that train now for 2 years, and I haven't had it in the city for about almost a year and a half now. But then you also see in the back corner where it's very open, which is covering up by my large skyscrapers of the Daily Bugle and my Avengers Tower, which is gonna become in the future my financial district. So we have financial in the back and fun and amusement in the front, and then the serious front line, which is still gonna need lots of work, especially with this mountain to be finished, and then this whole mountain there. Just ignore all the stuff I have laying in the background there. It's been a mess in my room here, but I've also been sick, been traveling and working, so I haven't had too much time to clean up this room. But I think it's gonna be looking amazing having the mountain from pretty much there, going along here, And then probably to where we have the tower standing now in kind of like a 90-degree angle. So that we can have accommodate more clowns, make it more realistic. Especially since we have so many clowns in the city. They all need to stay somewhere. We're probably gonna need to get some more officers and everyone so we can build a lot more small details into it. Of course, I need to finish the walls here all the way around the clone base. As you see, there's lots of openings still in between. And then if you have any ideas maybe, what else I should integrate. Because the other day I asked on my Instagram, which is the same name, Dual Brick City. And some people said an airport. Well, airport will take away a lot of space. But maybe we can do a spaceport, or if you have any idea or recommendations of what I should put into the clone base here. Should put like some more landing spots, more vehicles, or maybe build a couple more hangars like the one over here in the corner, or the one on top. Because also all the landing areas that I have right now for any space vehicles, except for the open area here, which I also don't want to leave just blank gray and then have some figures and vehicles on it. So let me know if you have any recommendations to do. I hope you like this city update then, because I've been working on this now for 3 weeks, rebuilding the whole city. That's also why I couldn't upload any videos lately, because I just didn't have enough to make a good video for you guys. But I'm very in love with this new city. It's just fitting well together amazingly. And I finally have integrated everything I always wanted to integrate in my city. Between the clone base, my front line, of course the city itself, with little Tatooine, and especially little Tatooine not just being in the back corner, and being the unwanted child. My canal is back in the city, or finally integrated, and the train is back. So thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.